training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Here's Elijah Moore now, bringing it out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They begin on the ground with Kamara, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Moore, the man in motion. From the 17, Lawrence. He's got a man, complete. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Lions go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Taking it about the 1.
Jakeem Grant now to return.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 21. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. It's complete to Fuller. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Lions are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Moore, the man in motion.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again.
He completes it to Ridley. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Ridley, 58 yards.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Here's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
From the 17, Lawrence. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Again, it's Lawrence. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Lions take a 3-touchdown lead.
it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Here's a diving catch right side. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there and put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Once again, it's Swift.
And some room to work. There he goes, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Moore, the man in motion.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence flush to his right. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Moore, the man in motion. On play action, Lawrence. Buying time to his left. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Moore, the man in motion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Elijah Moore, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
97 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Wilson's throw taken in here by Fuller. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll buy some time right.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Exit.
Fourth down. Here's Lawrence.
That's to his running back, complete. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They go play action with Lawrence.
Being chased out left. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
There's Trimble, the tight end.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And things got a little dicey there as soon as he exited the pocket out to the left.
And he ends up throwing it for no yardage gained. I don't know about you, but my high school coach, John Ford, if he saw a ball in the air and you got no yards out of it, he would have had a stroke, okay? Because his opinion, that ball shouldn't be in the air unless something good was going to happen. Tuck it away, try and pick up something, or just slide and get down.
Nothing good happened there, that's for sure. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Broncos are going to take over here up near the 40. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Swift going to try up the middle.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Throwing on second and long.
Lawrence
steps away to his left. This one caught by Ridley.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second and a long way to go. Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Allen.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. First target, first catch, and a first down.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Jalen Waddle.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race.
And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. From the shotgun, Lawrence, another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Lawrence. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And to throw again is Lawrence. It's complete to Diggs. On the move past the 40. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now left side on the swing pass. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Wilson will throw again.
toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. They go play action with Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. 140 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
DeAndre Swift.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lawrence. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Lawrence. He's got the hook up with Diggs. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Throwing now, Lawrence.
He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Lawrence going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Teron Johnson able to... Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Finding Allen. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson
finding Sutton. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Lions, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.